Welcome back. As much as we'd like the information in our video series on laboratory safety to last forever, it won't. And in today's world, forever isn't really a practical idea. But the concept of sustainability is. Sustainability is our focus today, and how we as scientists can incorporate sustainability into our work in the lab. For something to be truly sustainable, we must make every decision with the future in mind. Today, we face new and critical global challenges. Our booming world population creates an urgent need for sustainable sources of energy, affordable food supply, adequate housing, and clean water. Our industry can and must play a vital role in enabling sustainable solutions to these staggering problems. However, the complexity of these global challenges will not be solved by scientists alone. Collaboration between chemists, engineers, industry, academia, non-government organizations, and government is essential to uncover truly sustainable solutions. Universities have an important role in teaching the principles of sustainable chemistry. These lessons will enable the next generation to incorporate sustainable chemistry into our collective future. The future of sustainable chemistry requires understanding and embracing 4 key principles: energy footprint, reduced hazard, atom economy, and holistic design.
Let's look more closely at these key principles of sustainable chemistry and how we can use them in the lab. When we talk about energy footprint, we hit an important target for tomorrow's success. Energy is at the center of many of the world's challenges because energy is key to meeting our needs as humans, such as food, shelter, communications, and transportation. Not all energy is created equal. The source of the energy and its sustainability benefits or disadvantages is as important as the amount of energy required. Therefore, we must think of the mass energy footprint when designing solutions. In the lab, energy footprint is something to consider as you plan your lab work. Know what the energy impact of your planned run will be. Too often, trial runs generate a large amount of waste, and of course, take energy to dispose of properly. Start on a small scale to initially test the process before moving to a larger scale-up. A smaller scale minimizes the impact of potential runaway events. It also saves on the energy costs associated with waste disposal. It may seem like a no-brainer. Reduced hazard leads to increased safety. However, it means we must make a conscious effort to apply the principles of sustainable chemistry at all times. Adapting this principle and designing safety into every step of an experiment, product, or process not only can reduce the immediate hazards to the scientist, but also reduces potential hazards from these products and processes for those who will use them, their communities, and the environment. In the lab, the principle of reduced hazard is the embodiment of lab safety. Reduced hazard means taking the time to evaluate hazards and plan safe operating procedures. We will review each aspect and step of our work in terms of temperature, pressure, and chemical hazards. We will also focus on equipment, reactive chemical concerns, and ergonomics. The end goal is a well-defined safety plan with the proper precautions that support successful research in a safe manner. The principle of the atom economy helps us address efficiency by minimizing energy inputs and maximizing energy outputs. Atom economy requires us to consider all mass inputs to a product at every design phase. We must also work to reduce the number of process steps wherever possible. In the lab, a process that is highly atom efficient will have the minimum use of natural resources, especially non-renewable ones, with minimum waste. A great example of atom economy is looking at effective ways to reduce the volume of materials ordered for lab operations and reduce the process steps. While the cost per unit may seem more attractive up front, the cost of proper disposal of unwanted commercial chemicals that are no longer needed can be very high. Limit the materials ordered, develop a system for letting others know what inventory is available, and reduce waste. Not only is this safer, but in the long run it saves everyone time and money. Finally, we must encourage holistic design. Holistic design aims to recycle rather than deplete resources, such as using waste from one process as an input in another. We need to incorporate an entire cradle-to-cradle design approach. We will assess the relative impact of what we do and make on water, energy, and land. For our new products, we must conduct life cycle assessments throughout the development process. starting with conceptualization, going through production, and ending with disposal. In the lab, begin with the end in mind. That's holistic design in a nutshell. With this approach, we spend time up front to think about the big picture. Project setup, the experiment itself, cleanup, maintenance, and final waste disposal. Looking at each of these will help you identify opportunities to improve safety in the lab for both you and your coworkers.
As we design our projects from start to finish, we have a great deal of control over improving the energy footprint, atom economy, and overall design. We also are able to design projects in such a way that hazards to both coworkers and end users are reduced. While sustainability may seem like a buzzword, it really is much more. With this approach, your innovative research will flourish and lab safety will continue to improve. And you will discover your role in helping solve our global challenges.